Yeah, okay. So one of the things that kind of came to mind when you asked me to be on the show, which I'm so excited to be a part of, but one of the things that came to mind is this is something that is a lesson for me. Even though I feel like I've overcome it and I've learned so much in my childhood, it's still something that I experience even like now. Growing up, I had this friend that I was really, really, really close with. She was my best friend at the time. We used to even live like next door to each other. So I would always be at her place. She would always be at my place. She was a couple years older than me. I think about 2 years older than me. I hope I'm not giving her away. Hopefully she's not listening. No. No, I'm joking. But yeah, we were just so close. Like I was close with her family. She was close with mine. I was always at her place, sleepovers, all of this. We even went to the same school. Yeah, so she was my best friend for many, many years. And it's interesting because growing up, honestly, I would hear not the best things about her. People would just warn me about her and say, like, you know, I shouldn't trust her for various reasons. I'm not even going to mention, but I would hear things about her. But because she was my best friend, I just saw the good. You know, I just saw the good. And even though things would come up that were questionable, I still chose to trust in the fact that I knew that she was a great person, and I knew that, you know, sometimes we make mistakes and we're growing. So I just chose to like see the good in her. Anyhow, so there was one experience. This was like my first betrayal. There's an experience growing up when we had an argument. We got into some argument. To be quite honest, I don't even remember the argument. This was over 10 years ago. So we got into an argument, and during this argument, I was actually away. I went to visit family, like in the States, right? And yeah, so we got into an argument. And you know, when you're younger, I was probably in middle school or something like this. And you know, when you're younger, you're like, okay, you're not my friend anymore. And you guys kind of have like a little falling out and you not talk to the person for a little bit. So that's how it ended. When I came back from vacation, I had learned that she actually came to my home, like without me knowing. Because again, like my family was very familiar with her. She was always able to just kind of like come to my house. I was able to go to her house, you know. So she had come to my home and she took like my camera, right? Dear. So it's like she stole my camera, right? And I was just devastated because at the time, like of course it was just devastating for me to think that someone that I had trusted, you know, came and took something from me without my knowledge. And it was just heartbreaking for me. So that taught me a lot about trust. It's something that I still revisit, and it's something that I'm even working through now. It taught me to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but it's also important to know that trust is over time. Even though I experienced that and I had learned that throughout life, it was something that was reoccurring for me. Oftentimes I would experience like getting close to people and then them betraying me in a way, you know. So that was something that I had to learn. And yeah, it's something that I still revisit and something that I still remind myself.
You were just talking about how you were being warned by people around you. Did you feel in yourself there was something that you should be aware of based on your friend's actions?
Yeah. So basically, throughout our friendship, I had witnessed like little things, her just doing things that were a bit shady, you know? And I just felt like she wouldn't do that to me because I was her best friend. So that's something that I also learned in the process, is that it's important to just be careful when it comes to who you keep around you, and it's important to pay attention to people's character, because if someone's capable of doing something to someone or to gossip about someone to you, it's likely that they'll do that about you as well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just felt because she was my best friend, because we were so close, she wouldn't betray me, she wouldn't hurt me. There were things that came up, and we did have a few like falling out, like, you know, little arguments here and there, but that kind of really hurt me, the fact that she stole from me, you know? And yeah, that was like where I drew the line.
Yeah, of course. So how does this translate now? Fast forward to, you said it was 10 years ago. So now, you're grown now and you can make sound decisions. How does that translate in your friendships now? And what would you say to maybe those who might be in that situation where they are still trying to figure out who their circle is? What would you say to that? And how would you use your life as an example now, today, to help them?
What I'd say to my younger self is to just be careful. I don't want to like scare anyone, but just be careful about who you completely let into your space, into your life, into your heart, and who you label as, especially like a best friend. Like that position in your life is something that is earned. That's such a vulnerable place, and your friendship should be a safe place. It should be a place where you can be vulnerable, you can be transparent, and know that whoever you're sharing your secrets with, or you're sharing your life with, essentially are people that you can trust. And what I try to keep in mind is, trust is earned. Trust is built with time. So that's one of the things that I keep in mind. Another thing is, when you're getting to know people, just kind of take your time. And if anyone warns you about someone, just keep that in mind as well. I think it's important to give people the benefit of the doubt, but also just be careful, because not everyone has the best intentions. And just be prayerful as well. Like pray about your friendships. Like pray that God brings people that are connected to your purpose into your life, and just also pray for discernment. That's what I do now, is just pray for discernment. Yeah, I would just say be prayerful, just be vigilant, be careful, and just know that things take time. Things like friendship especially is built over time. Like there's a difference between acquaintances and friends, and especially a best friend, there's differences. So yeah, it's important to know that.
I love that. Would you say there are any particular character traits that you would look out for, or people should look out for in best friends?
I would say, when it comes to, like, for example, your best friend, I would say your best friend would be someone that, again, that you can be transparent with, you can be vulnerable with, someone that is your safe space, someone that you can trust. I wouldn't say with your secrets, but to trust that they have your best intentions at heart.
Yes.
I would say those are your best friends. And I feel like that is something that is sacred. I think a best friend is something that is someone that I think God brings into your life. And I feel like that friendship is developed over time. And that's something that I also struggled with, because I would consider myself very friendly, and I'm like, pretty sociable. And I feel like everyone's my BFF, but that best friend position or spot or whatever is really sacred. And I think it takes time. It takes time to build that. Well, I would say surround yourself with people that are trustworthy. Like, how do they treat other people? I think sometimes we can get in that trap and think, this person might treat this person badly, but they wouldn't do that to me. No, that's a character thing. That's a character issue. How they treat others speaks of their character. And you want people around you, people that are reliable, people that you can trust their word. If they say they're going to be somewhere, they're going to be there. That goes a long way, because it speaks to so many different things.
I love how you also said that you have to be prayerful and discerning when it comes to letting particular people in your life. I love that. And I think that since God is sovereign and he knows, the end from the beginning concerning us, that whoever he allows you to choose as a friend, they are literally there for a purpose. There's something in you that was a puzzle piece to their lives, and there's vice versa. There's something about them that you need, and there's something about you that God knew that they needed. So I think I'll wrap this conversation up by saying 3 things. Friendship is to be earned. It is earned. It takes time to find and keep fruitful friendships in life. And friendship is a gift from God. And it's something that he avails to us when we seek his face to get the right ones.
Right. Yes.
And so, this is all you, girl. You just spit all the facts.